and the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
And here we are indeed. It is Thursday morning. Hope your week is going well, smoothly. We've had a cool week. It's going to be a hot weekend. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But we're going to start with news.
All right. In the news, local marijuana dispensaries, among others, are likely to see many products on hold. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services says they've suspended operations of 3 cannabis facilities across the state due to potential safety concerns, though they will not say which 3 they suspended, and they did not expound on what type of safety concerns. That's all we know for now at different facilities across the state. The driver who drug a Greene County deputy with his car has now been arrested. Ewell Davis is charged with resisting arrest and 4th-degree assault. This after an incident last Friday night in which Davis accelerated to get past a deputy who was working a crosswalk by Hammons Field. He then slowed down a little bit, enough for the deputy to grab hold of his door handle, thinking that Ewell Davis was potentially driving under the influence. And as he grabbed on, the driver then took off again, dragged the deputy for a bit. He was hospitalized, but is expected to make a full recovery. He is out now. The deputy is, but again, the man is behind bars.
Okay. Small town of Verona, just west of Aurora, Verona and Aurora. Community of Verona, just west of Aurora, is about to see some big business move in. That's hard to say. I didn't realize until I said it out loud. An Iowa-based manufacturer is making a big expansion there. Cayman Industries, it's too early in the morning for me to do news, apparently. Cayman Industries, which makes specialty ingredients, will build a 38,000 square foot production plant and employ about 30 people. It's a $70 million investment. The Verona area has a dedicated workforce that the company just wanted to get in there and be a part of. So that's cool for Verona. Ozarks Technical Community College continues to grow, and with that, a new strategic plan to put together by students, administrators, and the community. The theme, Dream, Plan, Build. OTT says it's a 5-year plan for how the college will grow and serve the community. So there you go.
The state of Texas is filing suit against Planned Parenthood, asking the organization to give back millions of dollars in Medicaid reimbursements and pay fines on top of that. Planned Parenthood could be on the hook for $1.8 billion if a U.S. judge rules in favor of the lawsuit. Texas brought the lawsuit under the Federal False Claims Act, which allows fines for every alleged improper payment. Last year, Texas leaders said it was, quote, unthinkable that Planned Parenthood would continue to take advantage of funding, knowing they were not entitled to keep it. Meanwhile, Planned Parenthood has called this meritless. So we will see how it plays out in the courts. Well, new home construction is on the rise, up almost 7% from June to July. Finding existing homes, though, is still tough with very low inventory. Even though interest in new homes went up, we can tell you the number of building permits is down compared to a year ago.
Oh, that's interesting. So new home construction is up 7%, but building permits is down. I wonder how you explain that. But boy, we need more housing. We need more housing, that's for sure. So any new construction would be welcome, I think. It's been a long time, really.
Yeah, still expensive, though.
It is expensive to build. Yes, it is. This is interesting. YouTube wants to crack down on what it considers to be medical misinformation. They have plans to remove what they consider to be false claims about certain treatments. So if a treatment for cancer or any other type of illness is found to be unproven, according to YouTube, YouTube will take it down. So that should start happening fairly soon. So heads up there. It's a move-in time for college campuses and students all across the Ozarks. That's cool. It's always a fun time. Students at Missouri State University are moving into the dorms. They'll have 3,500 students living on campus for the fall semester. The Bear Back to School Bash Rally is Friday night, and then on Saturday, the new student convocation. And then classes start, ready or not, on Monday.
Back to reality, huh?
Back to reality.
Well, the Springfield Greek Festival is no more after 15 years running strong. St. Thomas the Apostle Orthodox Church says they are canceling it due to lack of resources. All right. Drury baseball is returning to Meadowar Park. The Springfield Park Board and fundraising efforts by Drury helped raise $1.5 million for renovations. Drury says the project enhances the Drury student experience and improves facilities for the community as well. With that comes a turf field, a new fence for the outfield, scoreboard, speaker system, and much more. Also, fans will enjoy some new bleachers to sit on. It'll be called Mark Worley Field at Meadowar Park, named after Mr. Worley, who was a standout player for Glendale in the 60s and then went on to play college ball in Arizona and then pro baseball in Mexico.
Oh, that's cool.
I know.
That's fantastic.
His name. Do you know his name?
I do not. But man, it's great. I love when there are lots of good options for athletes and when the colleges have great facilities to play in. So good for Drury.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations are in order for a Lebanon police officer. Hayden Duggar won the Mrs. Missouri pageant with the platform Survivors to Thrivers. She's a domestic abuse violence advocate for the eradication thereof. The competition is called Mrs. Missouri Americana. She'll be competing in Las Vegas against 50 ladies from other states. She's a Lebanon native, police officer, Army veteran, mom, and wife, and she will compete in Las Vegas on August 24th. So coming up. And this is not Miss America, but rather Mrs. America, created to honor married women throughout the U.S. And
that's super cool. Good for her.
That's
congratulations.
All right. And one more congrats to tell you about. Amy from Marshfield won our St. Louis Cardinals tickets giveaway. So she won a pair of tickets to the Missouri State University Day happening at Busch Stadium on August 20th. So coming up, she also won a voucher to turn in and score an exclusive Cardinals cap. So thank you, Amy from Marshfield, for watching Around the Ozarks in 5. And our team will be getting in touch with you to let you know that you are indeed the winner.
That's super cool. We love to do giveaways, and it's always great when we get to find out who the winner is, announce the name, and Amy's hearing that, I guess, for the first time right now. So congratulations to Amy. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. And thanks to the people who make the giveaways possible. We just had one from Jim's Steakhouse, and now this one from the St. Louis Cardinals. So it's awesome.
All right. I don't know if you've been enjoying the relative chilly weather that we've been having.
Yesterday morning, I was cold. I was cold outside yesterday morning. I thought to myself,
did you go running?
Yes.
Yeah. And you were actually cold. I used the morning you texted me on my way to work, I literally had my seat warmers on.
I sent Ethan an emoji, like the freezing face, that's like the ice one. And he said, "Don't worry, my seat warmers are on."
And it's true. They were actually on. I'm not proud of it, but they were on.
Yeah, especially because we just vacationed in Arizona, where the temperature on one day was like 118 degrees or something. So it feels really cold to us.
Well, get ready because we've got today and tomorrow that'll be like below 90 degrees. And then the weekend is going to be hot, like 95, maybe 100 on Sunday.
Yes. I also saw some of the coffee restaurants like Dunkin' Donuts had fall drinks back on its menu. So 'tis the season. It's happening.
Well, yeah, it's never too early to talk about pumpkin spice if you're some sort of establishment that sells things.
Right.
I get it. But if you want to know more about the weather, hang on for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather. That's coming up. It'll come automatically if you're listening to the podcast. I think if you're on Facebook, you may have to go click on hers. But at any rate, she will have a look at the weather from a meteorological point of view, which is probably better than mine. I can just read temperatures.
All right. Well, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
I will. You too. Oh, you too, the audience. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Here's your host, Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It feels fantastic outside. We are starting out in the 50s this morning. But the warm-up begins today. So enjoy the cool, nice, calm, crisp morning while you can. We have a whole lot of sunshine on deck for you on this Thursday and high temperatures that are going to be soaring. In fact, I have upper 80s in the forecast that are back today. And then we're going to see numbers warm up even more as we head into the end of the work week and even get closer to the weekend. Things are looking pretty good for us, though, across the Ozarks. We have a dry stretch of weather ahead. Those of you that like the hot, sunny weather, I think you're going to like this forecast. As we get back to school, temperatures are heating up and numbers will easily be in the 90s, I think, by this weekend's forecast. Cold front, it's going to move through the area today, but all you're going to notice from that really is a wind shift. We're not going to see much of a cool down at all. Temperatures, they're going to be nice and warm this afternoon with 80s for highs. Not even expecting any cloud cover out of this one. I think we might have some clouds passing, but it is not going to be a major cold front for us. Really, that wind shift. We have winds out of the south this morning. A northwest wind develops this afternoon. The front, though, is on its way. It doesn't pass until late in the day. The air is too dry to get any rainfall out of this one. And I'm expecting that we see some temperatures that are nice and cool again overnight tonight. I have low temperatures that will fall back once again to near 60 degrees. So really pleasant out there. The evenings, the mornings, they're starting to feel really good. We have a warming trend then as we get through the weekend and the early part of next week. It should peak. It's that big ridge of high pressure that I've been talking about. It's coming back into play. Not only for us, but for much of the Midwest, all the way from Iowa, Minnesota, Kansas, portions of Nebraska going to see the heat again. And of course, the heat's been persistent down in Texas. They are going to stay under this ridge of high pressure also. But heat headlines will come back into play. Of course, remember some of the heat safety rules this weekend. Not only the heat, also the humidity, with heat index values well into the triple digits by Sunday and Monday. An upper level high pressure system builds back into the area. Hot conditions return, and I'm expecting that we kind of hold on to this pattern. It's a hard one to break when you get that big ridge of high pressure just settled right overhead. This means little to no rain chances, or in my extended forecast, that's going to be the case for the next 7 days. So if you need the rain, well, you may want to do some watering. The flowers are going to need it this week, especially because we'll have to suffer through some high humidity also. I want to show you the extended outlook here too. I was looking early this morning and we have some models that are indicating that we actually see this big ridge that sticks around and even strengthens as we head into the last week of August, indicating here that we see above average temperatures and below normal rain chances. Not a great combo. Those of you that were starting to kind of chip away at the drought conditions, well, unfortunately, this coming week may not do us much good. We may see some areas actually return to some drought that we had gotten rid of the last couple of weeks with all that rainfall. High temperature today, though, pretty enjoyable. 87 degrees. I have sunshine in the forecast, no rain in the forecast today. However, we will have a northwest wind that develops back behind the cold front that I mentioned. Then sunny skies as we head through the end of the week and into the weekend, even through early next week. Primarily sunshine is what I have in the forecast. We'll easily be back into the mid 90s. I have 96 for Sunday and Monday. Overall, a nice toasty pattern, but the evenings and the mornings will give you an opportunity to head out, especially remember that with, the pets. You don't want to have them out in the middle of the day. Their little paws hurt on the sidewalk. So think about that as we head closer to the weekend and the early part of next week. Weather across the country. Yesterday, I told you that the tropics have been pretty slow. However, watching the storm out in the East Pacific, a tropical storm forming. This is Tropical Storm Hillary. And it's out in the East Pacific. It's actually going to be moving northward, which is a little bit odd. This will be moving up through Baja California, and then Southern California actually expected to be impacted by this one. Yeah, maybe still tropical storm strength. I really expect that the storm will weaken. We'll get some winds in Southern California out of that. But the good news out of this storm system is that it's likely going to bring some moisture, much needed moisture, to California, Arizona, and Nevada. Of course, we're getting into fire season, so that is very welcome news for the Southwest. Hopefully, we can keep things going pretty smoothly in the wildfire department there. All right, I want to show you the brain twister question for the day. This was yesterday's question, and it had to do with the Google. What was Google originally called? Do you think it was A, Googleplex, B, Backrub, C, Goo Goo, or D, Backlink? And the answer, Google, was originally called B, Backrub. Isn't that ridiculous? It didn't last long. But can you imagine if we had something, like Google that we called Backrub? Like, oh, just backrub it. See what the backrub says. Can you backrub that for me? Maybe you'd get more backrub. Maybe we should have kept it. I don't know. Kind of interesting though. But quickly investors were like, okay, great idea. Terrible name. So they settled on Google, which has stood the test of time now. I don't see them changing it anytime soon. But B Backrub was the original Google. Here's your brain twister question for tomorrow. Humans and which other animal enjoy spicy food? I guess this should say some humans, because not everyone enjoys the spicy food, but humans and which other animal often enjoy spicy food? Do you think it is A, the European pine vole, B, the Asian elephant, C, the Komodo dragon, or D, the Chinese tree shrew? Let me know what you think. You can do that over on the Around the Ozarks Facebook page. Take your guess there. Thank you for listening this morning. And remember that you can listen to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify. You can download the Around the Ozarks app and get all of the podcasts there, as well as Around the Ozarks in 5. So check that out. And if you need weather information up to the day, make sure you head over to aroundtheozarks.com for weather up to the minute. Have a great day.